Hey guys, Vince Luca here. I'm pretty new to Warframe, and I asked on some groups, some forums, as a new player, what are things that you would like to have known if you were a new player, and I got a lot of feedback, a lot of cool things, and I decided to make this video. So hopefully, it's gonna show you some things that you probably didn't know. A lot of these are just suggestions, so you don't have to do them. But let's start with the options menu. You should go through all of it and make sure everything's to your liking. But in the display, go to the field of view, and I crank it up all the way. Basically, it lets you see everything around you a lot better. So in case there's a good loot or a good drop that falls, and right next to you, might miss it without this field of view, and it helps while you play. I'm also on the PS4, and I just turned off all the graphics just to make it easier and make the game play smoothly. The most common comment I got from the forums was to not spend your platinum on anything except slots, inventory slots, so that you could carry more weapons, and even Warframe slots so that you could have more slots. So for example, here you can see I'm buying 2 weapon slots for 12 platinum. Um, you're going to want to build uh, an inventory full of weapons and Warframes, so use your platinum to buy just slots. Another thing is when you go in the market, make sure you're buying the blueprints of Warframes and weapons and stuff like that. Don't actually buy the item. You could craft any of these. So if you go to primary weapons, for example, at the bottom, make sure that you see blueprints only checked off, so that now you could see that you could buy weapons, and you could buy the blueprints. So for example, this bow, if you want to buy it, make sure that you don't click on purchase, but make sure you go to blueprint, switch it to the blueprint mode, and now when you press X or purchase, make sure it's written purchase blueprint. You don't want to buy the item, you want to buy the blueprint so that you could craft it. Everything in the game is craftable, so be patient with it. When you're building something, also, don't rush it. Don't spend any platinum. See here it says at the bottom, spend 10 platinum, and it's going to rush it. This one takes 59 minutes. Some things take maybe 24 hours. Just let it build. Let it, you know, do something else while it's building. Don't waste platinum on this. Um, I've seen a lot of people in the loading screens, and their landing craft is just plain white. A lot of people. So if you didn't know, you could go customize your landing craft in the options. You could just go change your colors. Um, there's some skins too that you could buy for platinum. I'm not sure if you could win any, but oh wow, my guy wants red. Oh, too bad you're getting white. Another thing is, if you're on the floor and you're playing with a group, wait for them to revive you. There's no reason to rush a revive unless you really need to, but just wait for them to revive you. It's better. If you want to rank up your mastery rank, you need to equip items and warframes that aren't maxed rank yet. Different ones that aren't already been maxed out. Each time you max out a weapon or your warframe, you get a lot of experience points that go towards mastery rank. Uh, so like in my case, I'm a rank 9, and what you want to do is rank up all your weapons and your warframe, and then when that's ranked up, go buy a blueprint for another weapon or another secondary or another warframe, and rank that up. And the more you rank those up, the more you'll rank up your actual profile, basically. What's cool is that if you go to Cephalon Samaris, and you go to the right over here, you can practice a mastery rank test before actually attempting it. The thing is that if you fail, you're gonna have to wait 24 hours to retry. So practice first. Another thing that was repeated quite often was not to waste any endo in powering up mods that have been damaged. To know if they're damaged, it's going to be basically written damaged underneath the name, or the picture is going to have like a cracked image. Don't waste your endo on building these up. You're eventually going to find an undamaged one, and it's going to have a lot more potential. Again, with the mods here, if you go into the sorting and you go down to duplicates, you can sell these and always keep one. But if you have a lot, just sell them for endo. Never sell them for credits. You make a lot of money in this game, so don't worry about that. But endo is what you need to power up these mods. So, for example, I'm going to sell 16 of these, 15, and I'm going to get 75 endo. That is the only thing you should sell those for. A lot of people said to get the Limbo Warframe, there's a quest that you can do to get it. So don't worry about like farming it or looking for it or whatever. You can do the quest, and it's automatically going to give you the Warframe once you finish the quest, which is cool. He has a passive ability that kind of makes him invisible or basically invulnerable, so you can do like spy missions and mobile defense missions pretty easily with him. As you're playing the game, you're going to get a scanner, and I think you should scan every plant you can, because there's basically a quest where you have to scan these anyways, and it's just annoying to go back and trying to find these plants. So if you're playing the game, if you're just leveling up or just playing regularly and you didn't do the quest for these plants, just get them done as you're playing. Go see the market before you buy or sell anything. For real platinum, get acquainted with the market. It's everybody said be careful, don't get suckered into buying things or selling things for cheap. Make sure you shop around, make sure you know the prices of things before you buy and sell, and you should be fine. If you get one of these, they're really cool mods. They're basically very powerful sometimes, and you could sell these for a lot, but you need a mastery rank, so this one is 14 to actually be able to use it. When it comes to relics, a lot of people said you gotta do it in a group. So if you're opening relics, make sure you're in a group of 4, at least 3. This is good because if you crack something open that you don't want, maybe the other people are gonna crack it open. And what's cool is that you get to choose from what they opened, which is giving you more options. And another thing that's cool is if they take what you opened, then you get a booster, which is really cool. I mean, you didn't open it for nothing, basically. If you see a mission with nitane extract as a reward, you should do the mission. Everybody said so, so listen and do it. The Codex is your #1 place to go. Well, maybe #2. It has everything you need to know, which is like missions, quests, training for all these different things. You should get acquainted with missions and names of missions so that before you go into the mission, you know what you're gonna do and which Warframe to bring that best suits that mission. So go in the Codex. It's gonna teach you a lot.
The system needs you.
And hold on, that robot is gonna can be annoying, and you could actually turn them off in the options. So that's another thing you could do. But the #1 thing that everybody said you have to do is complete the map. Just go and complete the map. Do it at your pace, do it slowly. But once you finished one map, go to the junction and look at the side where it tells you what to do to open the junction. Do that. It's going to open the junction and go to the next planet. And basically do that for each planet. Because once you get all the nodes done, every mission that's going to be randomly added, like at the top over there, top right, you see a bunch of missions. Those are going to be unlocked for you. Basically, you could travel to any of those missions since you've already unlocked the entire universe. So here, let me go through a few of these. You got some special quests that sometimes are time limited. You got regular game quests that are not time limited. You got some invasions. These are all a bunch of different ways of playing Warframe that...
I see you.
Ooh, that's creepy. Okay, hopefully that wasn't a spoiler. Anyways, here is the news. Always good to look at. Log in every day because you get something free. So even if you're not planning on playing, just log in. Maybe look at the news because, you know, sometimes it says free stuff. Like over there it says celebrating 5 years, free items. So, you know, you can get free stuff, which is always good. Most important web page is this one, the wiki for Warframe. It has everything you need. Go check it out. Every time you have a question, you could go on that. And finally, there is the app. If you have a smartphone, go download the app because you could do a lot of stuff on it. Trust me. And those are it. Well, most of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and if anybody asks, hey, I'm new to Warframe, what should I do? What do I do now? Maybe share this video. It's going to help. And if you have other things that you'd like to say, please do in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.